sometimes it feels very much like acupuncture. You get the very sharp, needly electric sensations, points going in, and other times instead it creates this, whoa, that's nice, yeah, oh yeah, the wave going right through the affected area. Whoa, that's strong. It's like an electric fence. It feels like the energy of an electric fence going right through the foot. So is there any dangers to like overusing it? Can you like overcompensate and then deplete your own body's peptides and healing resources?
Well, there have never been any negative side effects in its 30 years of use. It's best not to treat for more than an hour, you'd say. But for an acute problem, you can treat every 2 hours until the problem's totally gone. Yeah. Like my brother had a really bad cut once diving in the sea. Blood spurting everywhere and he needed stitches. But I said, hold on, let's just try this. Put it on. The bleeding stopped, within a few minutes. And 20 minutes later, the skin had sealed right back together. And there was a nurse there. He went, oh my God, she'd never seen anything like it.
Wow, it's quite dynamic, huh?
Yeah. Which is why all the paramedics have it for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're saying it can be used like physical injuries, but also emotional issues and deeper issues.
Yeah, if you are treating someone who's got a long-term disease, you often need to get to the core of it, which can often be emotional. And, when I was explaining earlier about waiting for a number to come down to 0, I often find if it takes a while, if you're working with someone, just to kind of come up, you ask them to really think back to what the problem with this might have been caused by or where it's come from, and invariably they go, got it. And then they explain it, and then it makes a little ring and it comes down to 0 instantaneously. Really? So there's a mind-body connection, totally.
Where do you think the future? I mean, this is obviously like in 30 years and it's been improving the design, but it's almost like we're getting to this symbiotic technology with the humans and with us. Like everyone could have a little scanner device on their armband, in their iPods, a bit of a killer app for healing.
Yeah, it might go that way for a while, but I reckon it's here just to show how quickly we can heal ourselves. Because I've seen, miracles with this, where people walk in again within a few minutes, and I believe we can do that ourselves with our own minds. So maybe it's here to demonstrate the rapidness with which we can do that.
I guess like most of our technology, we outsource our own ability to do things to our technology,
Yeah, there's no device on the planet that we humans can't do ourselves.
So, eventually, give it 10 years, there'll be an internal module you can insert under the skin with the scanner.
No, it'll be our mind that will do the trick.
All right.
Yeah. No technology needed. We have everything we need.
So, how am I looking? How's my foot, my fractured toes looking? What are the readouts?
Completely fixed.
Take off the frogs.
Are you getting that done on Sunday, the frogs?
Yeah, I'm replacing it and putting the frog medicine on.
Are you changing your frog?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not the dressing.
Do you know what's interesting?
Frog Sunday.
The frog medicine that was put on me by the improving frog woman with the skin of the frogs is that they have an abundance of peptides, and you're saying that what this scanner device does as well is increase things like the peptides, so I'm getting double peptide.
Yeah, double peptides.
Don't stop, Tom.
Okay.
I didn't say to stop.
And our neuro-peptides in our body are generated in our solar plexus.
Really?
So often in treatments I treat people here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's there?
Neuropeptide generators around here. And they call our gut as well the enteric system, the second brain. And we have another brain in our heart as well. We've got loads of them.
Yeah. We've got brain cells in our heart they've discovered recently.
Yeah.
Wow, so we can heal ourselves.
That's the one.
Tom, you're here in Peru at Chimbre, part of the Ayahuasca San Pedro shamanistic retreat. I mean, it seems odd. I mean, is it a clash, or do you think there's a synergy between this shamanic technology with the machine and shamanic technology with the plants?
Well, I've introduced it to a lot of shamans, well-known shamans around the world, and they've all been, wow, this is great.
They're not threatened by it?
No, they love it. Really, yeah. Like Don Ignacio the other week down the road.
Yeah, he's 81-year-old shaman.
Yeah, he's a very well-known, experienced shaman, and he's had this knee problem for 30 years. One treatment later, he was dancing around like a new man. Yeah, I gave him about 3 treatments, and totally different. This other shaman, Don Agustin Rivas in Iquitos, he, as soon as I put it on his skin, He said, sat bolt upright and said he felt the kundalini rising up his spine. And someone took a photo at that exact moment, and I showed it to you. Remember that beam of light coming out of his third eye to the device? It's an amazing photo, yeah.
So like practitioners like the shamans who deal with energy, they can verify and feel that this machine is working on the energy in a positive way.
Yeah, they get it almost as quick as kids get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kids and animals heal really quickly with this.
Do you think there's some ability if people use the Scenar device and they get accustomed to how it works and switch on to that idea that they can heal themselves, that maybe enough people who are activated by this device could then work on it themselves? It could open some of those latent abilities we have?
Yeah, there is a chance. I mean, I know a few techniques with this for opening chakras. There's a technique called the snake that we use. We put it on the skin in our bottom chakra, leave it on the skin throughout the treatment. We just twist it around the body, leaving it 30 seconds at the front, 30 seconds at the back, all the way up to the top. And that's one way for activation. For sure, there's a lot of those sort of things, but
I'm really intrigued by the mystical applications of this technology, of this.
Yeah, that's to be looked into.
Because a lot of what the shamans do is, with their ikiros and with their energetic ability to see energy, they work on blockages and unblocking and opening up, so then our own energy can elevate and rise and journey.
Yeah.
But this device could also do that.
Yeah, I know another guy who lives in Sydney actually, who doesn't put it on the skin. He turns it onto a specific frequency, holds it about 2 inches off the skin, and he works on the aura and he finds patches and then.
So it works on the aura as well. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And certain, healers that are very sensitive can often feel it when they walk in a room, even if it's off. Yeah. It's emitting something or other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so the future of healing's in your hands, huh?
Well, at least mainstream, that's the way it should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of these devices do you think are around the world at the moment?
Oh, I don't know, tens of thousands. I mean, in Australia alone at the moment, there's quite a few thousand. It came over to England straight after Russia back in the late 90s, so there's quite a few thousand there. Don't know. It's taken its time. It's taken its time for sure, because a lot of people think it's too good to be true, sort of thing. When they hear of all the results, but when people actually have the treatment, they realise that it actually is as good as it sounds.
You were saying that there's two types of devices as well. There's like a home kit, version, and a professional version. What's the difference?
The home use model is a lot smaller, the size of a mobile phone, a bit smaller than that, and it doesn't have a little digital readout display. So you can't track the body with numbers, but it's not always necessary to do that. You literally put it onto the skin, stroke it over the body, and it will stick where you need the work, and the skin comes up red, so you can track the whole body and see exactly where you need to go. The advantage of the professional is that if someone comes to you for a course of treatment, their whole course can be mapped out through the numbers, and you can get a general reading of the energetic resources in the body, of what's going on. If the numbers are really low, it indicates that it actually is as good as it sounds.
You were saying that there's two types of devices as well. There's like a home kit, version, and a professional version. What's the difference?
The home use model is a lot smaller, the size of a mobile phone, a bit smaller than that, and it doesn't have a little digital readout display. So you can't track the body with numbers, but it's not always necessary to do that. You literally put it onto the skin, stroke it over the body, and it will stick where you need the work, and the skin comes up red, so you can track the whole body and see exactly where you need to go. The advantage of the professional is that if someone comes to you for a course of treatment, their whole course can be mapped out through the numbers, and you can get a general reading of the energetic resources in the body, of what's going on. If the numbers are really low, it indicates the person is weak in energy, and if all the numbers are really close together, you can tell that the body might need 10, 20 treatments to fix something, but it might take a few treatments for the body to activate and wake up. Yeah.
And it won the equivalent of the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, the Order of Lenin. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of credentials to it, that's for sure. Yeah. And if it's good enough for the astronauts, it's good enough for us. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Future of healing. Thank you, Tom.